Nestled at the edge of the countryside, the Ashbourne mansion stood as a monument to forgotten grandeur. Its towering spires pierced the gray sky, and ivy crept along its weathered stone walls. The mansion had remained uninhabited for decades, the subject of countless whispers in the nearby town. They called it the Haunted Mansion, and for good reason. Every family that had lived there left under mysterious circumstances. The story began when Clara and Mark Linton, a young couple, bought the mansion at an auction, enchanted by its beauty and oblivious to its dark reputation. They planned to restore it to its former glory and start anew. When they arrived, their daughter, Lily, felt an immediate unease. "The house doesn't feel happy," she whispered, clutching her stuffed bear. Clara brushed off Lily's concerns, chalking them up to the imagination of a 6-year-old. But as the family settled in, it became evident that the house was far from ordinary strange happenings. The strange occurrences began subtly. Doors creaked open on their own, even when firmly shut. At night, footsteps echoed in the empty hallways, and faint whispers carried through the air. Lily was the first to experience something truly unsettling. She spoke of a woman in a gray dress who visited her room at night. "She sits by my bed and sings," Lily told her parents. Clara dismissed it as a dream, but Mark couldn't shake the chill that ran down his spine. One evening, Clara was alone in the library when she noticed an old portrait on the wall. The painting depicted a stern-looking woman with piercing eyes. Beneath the frame was a brass plaque that read, "Margaret Ashbourne, 1876. As Clara studied the portrait, she felt a presence behind her. Turning quickly, she found nothing but an icy draft brushing her face. Mark, meanwhile, discovered a hidden compartment in the basement while inspecting the foundation. Inside, he found a bundle of old letters. The handwriting was elegant yet erratic, recounting the descent of the Ashbourne family into madness. Each letter ended with the same phrase, "The house belongs to her." The house's history, the couple visited the town historian to learn more about the mansion. The historian, an elderly man named Mr. Grayson, grew pale when they mentioned the name Margaret Ashbourne. "She was the last of the Ashbourne family," he explained. "They say Margaret was obsessed with the house. She believed it held a spirit that spoke only to her. After her death, strange things began happening. Every family that moved in either fled or vanished." Clara and Mark returned home, their unease growing. That night, they heard a loud crash from the dining room. Rushing downstairs, they found the long table overturned, every chair neatly stacked on top. Lily stood in the doorway, pointing at the empty space. "She's angry," she whispered. The confrontation determined to rid the house of its haunting. Clara and Mark decided to perform a cleansing ritual. They enlisted the help of a spiritual medium, a woman named Evelyn, who had a reputation for dealing with malevolent spirits. Evelyn arrived and immediately sensed the heavy energy in the mansion. "This house is alive with her anger," she said. "Margaret's spirit believes she is protecting it, but her possessiveness has turned her into a tormentor." As Evelyn began the ritual, the house responded violently. Windows shattered, the chandeliers swung wildly, and a low, guttural moan reverberated through the walls. Shadows twisted and darted across the room, converging into a spectral figure. Margaret Ashbourne appeared, her translucent form radiating anger. Evelyn spoke firmly, addressing the ghost. "Margaret, your time has passed. This family means no harm. Release your hold on this house and find peace." The spirit screamed, shaking the mansion to its foundation. Evelyn persisted, holding her ground, until Margaret's form began to waver. With a final, ear-piercing shriek, the ghost dissolved into a wisp of smoke, and the house fell silent. Peace restored in the days that followed. The mansion's oppressive atmosphere lifted.